already had a how to thread your Singer SewMate Machine tutorial up a while ago, but I wanted to redo the video over again. Though it did work, and it does work, and I've been doing it that way since I figured it out. But because I, had to figure it out on my own and I lost the DVD, I basically kind of I guess missed a step. But I did find the DVD and I did watch it, and I must say, Singer's the worst at explaining anything. They get an F. They fail. I watched the DVD and literally they had every single, machine they made but the one I bought. It didn't help me at all because the layout of the machine was completely different than this one. But I did figure it out, and I do want to redo this video so I can show you guys the proper way to thread your sewing machine instead of the way I showed you before. I mean, it's no different, but I want to show you the right way so I don't cause you to mess your machine up. So I guess I'll stop talking and we'll get started. So here's what the machine looks like. Here's the front view, the side where you place your spool of thread, the back where your hand wheel, power switch, and also where you plug in your foot pedal is, the inside where you thread the needle and also control the latch. The top left side is part of where you would thread your machine and also control the tension depending on your fabric you use. This is where you plug in any of the stitch patterns printed on the machine. This one controls the 10s, this one controls the 1s, and these buttons are to manually adjust the stitching, but I haven't really played with it yet. I've mainly only focused on these two. Inside is the main thing that you'll need, and that is where you put your bobbin after you thread it and hook it up and get your machine up and running. These are all the things you'll need to wind your bobbin. First, slip your thread onto the spool pin and secure it with the felt disc and spool pin cap. Next, place your thread through any of the top holes of your bobbin. Then, you'll want to secure your bobbin onto the shaft of the bobbin winder and make sure you slide it towards the stop and hear a click before you begin. Once you're all set, make sure you move the shaft back before you remove the bobbin so you don't break it. For step 1, you're going to take the thread that's already hooked up to your machine, wrap it around this knob and behind this little hook over here. Before you complete step 2, which is drawing your thread down and around and up, you should raise your needle to the highest point in order to do step 4. So you have to turn the knob on the side counterclockwise until the metal piece comes out up here. So once that's done, you're going to take your thread and wrap it down and around, which is step 3, and behind this metal piece, which is step 4, and bring it back down. The thread should look like this through the hole before you bring the thread down to complete step 4. Since we just began, the needle is already at its highest point, but if it's not, all you have to do is rotate the knob until it gets there. Next, you'll want to pull down this white latch, which is on the left side of the machine, and you're going to want to turn it. The lever will always match up with the needle, so that's one way you can tell your needle's at its highest point. So how you'll use this is you'll wrap your thread underneath this chicken wing and hand hook thing. Don't judge me. While holding it up, you're going to turn the handle back to unlock the latch, and the thread should go through the hole. Very carefully, you'll push the thread over and pull it through. First, lift the presser foot lifter and slide the thread underneath. Then take your bobbin and insert it in the inside. In there, you'll find a cap-like cover for your bobbin. Just pull it out. When you insert the bobbin into the metal piece, the step that I missed before was pulling the thread through the hole right here on the top. I mean, it still worked fine when I didn't do it, but you don't want to risk the thread getting caught up and messed up and kind of ruining your machine. So you're going to want to take the piece that's hanging out and stick it through this hole, if I can get it, and basically insert it here. There's a small little slit on the side near the hook part where you can guide the thread through and get to the hole much easier than what you just saw me trying to do. So when you're pulling your thread through the hole, you want your thread hanging counterclockwise, so that's the way you'll insert it. When you're ready to put the metal piece in, match the hook on the top to the hole inside and push it in until it clicks. For the final step, you'll have to rotate the needle clockwise this time in order for it to attach to the bobbin thread that you put on the bottom. The way you can tell you made a complete rotation is if you see the thread pass through on the bottom and you see a little loop underneath the foot. All you do after that is place your fabric underneath, put the latch down, turn the machine on, and you're ready to sew. I hope this helped you guys out a lot. I really do wish that I had this before when I was trying to figure it out, especially since I never sewn with a sewing machine a day in my life, and I had to figure out how to thread and do all of that stuff without any help, and I lost the DVD. But seeing as how I found the DVD, that didn't help at all. It did make a difference. Hopefully now this will help you out and you can do it the proper way. And yeah, I guess good luck with everything. Let me know how it goes. Let me know what you've sewn, and just, I guess, have fun with it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more, and I guess I'll see you guys again next time. Bye.